it audible? Online people. Okay, friends. I hope my screen is visible to you. In the previous lecture, we discussed the unit number 1, right? And only I think MCQ related part remained. Means MCQ discussion part is remained, right? So there, I'm going to discuss today these MCQs basically from this unit only. So my practice is like I will show the question. Your response most of the time is correct because we discussed a lot around 9 hours we discussed. So in this way we'll go fast, and I have to start unit number 2, right? So I will show the question on the screen. You people have to go through it, and you have to say the option 1, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, and in a university exam also same thing is there. So whatever questions we are going to discuss, these are asked in the university examination. So frequently asked question, multiple time asked question, we are going to see. Okay. So question is like this mark only one hole. So forget about this. Huh? So at the top there will be the question, and 4 questions answers are shown. Options are shown in this hole in front of hole. Okay. So which one is not recognized key skill of management? So what is your opinion out of this? Yes. Conceptual skill, human skill, technical skills, all are agreed. But here they ask like which one is not a recognized key skill of management. Management above whatever options are there, it is required. 4th one is not required, right? Or you can say it's optional. पण इधर नाही गरज नाही. Writing skill and management there is no relation. Then next question. Yes, so this conceptual skill, human skill, and technical skills. Actually, these are the this name and all this. So this is roll number and etc. Okay, so this is last year's question paper. So I have brought it for the discussion purpose. Generally, supervisors focus on which option? Please go through it fast, and you have to say the option. Supervisor, manager, there is a difference. Huh? Supervisor name you heard, and his role is to supervise the activities. Day-to-day problems and goals to be achieved in 1 year or less, trying to get the entire organization to meet its goal, long range goal extending over several years, themselves only, and not concerned with organization's goal. Last option तर काय applicableच होत नाही. Organizationच्या concern मध्येच असला पाहिजे. First one, supervisor's role is to day-to-day problem and goal achieving for particular 1 year. त्यापेक्षा कमी. The बाकीचे options we are not observing like correct answer. Next option, question 2. What does authority refer to? What does authority refer? Authority म्हणजे boss वगैरे नाही का? Authority means he is having power to command and direct. Authority is having power of commanding. So that we discussed in the previous concepts. Then 7 number. What one of these is not recognized type of authority? Executives, functional, line management, suppliers. Supplier हे authority होऊ शकत नाही. 8 number. Yes. फ्रॉम व्हॉट डज अ चेन ऑफ कमांड एक्सटेंड, म्हणजे कुठून कुठं ऑर्डर दिली जाते, टॉप टू बॉटम, राईट. वरून ऑफिसर करून वरच्या पोझिशन खालच्या लोकांना ऑर्डर दिली जाते. पॉवर इज ॲबिलिटी टू, ऑब्विसली आपल्या ऑथॉरिटी मधले पॉवर, इंजिन पॉवर वगैरे त्याबद्दल नाही बोलत. पॉवर इज ॲबिलिटी टू डू ओनली ऑर्डर, एनिथिंग. पॉवर असली की एनिथिंग. वी आर लिमिटेड टू ऑर्गनायझेशन. आपण ऑर्गनायझेशन बद्दल बोलतोय ना. ऑर्गनायझेशन मधली पॉवर काय इंडिकेट करते, कुठली ॲबिलिटी इंडिकेट करते, आणि तिथं टू डू लिहिलंय. आन्सर समथिंग आहे. एनिथिंग वगैरे पॉसिबल, एनिथिंग नाही करता येत. पॉवर असली म्हणजे त्या व्यक्तीला ऑर्गनायझेशन मध्ये काही करता येत नाही. जरी तो ओनर जरी असला तरी एम्प्लॉई बद्दल त्याला कायद्यानेच नियम द्यावे लागतात, बरोबर. येस, सो आन्सर इज समथिंग. पॉवर इज ॲबिलिटी टू डू समथिंग, म्हणजे त्याच्यामुळे काहीतरी होतंय त्याला ती पॉवर दिली. सो आन्सर इज समथिंग, नॉट एनिथिंग. ऑर्डर वगैरे जर तुम्ही जर म्हणाल ऑर्डर, सो पॉवरने फक्त ऑर्डर देता येते का, काहीतरी होतं. As question read carefully, power is the ability to do something. म्हणजे त्या पॉवरने काहीतरी होतंय. टू डू ऑप्शन हे आला असेल तर मग आपल्याला समथिंग म्हणायला पाहिजे. आणि पॉवर इज युज्ड फॉर, मग ऑर्डर आन्सर करेक्ट. पॉवर इज युज्ड फॉर द ऑर्डर. पण इथं त्यांनी काय सांगितलं, ॲबिलिटी टू डू म्हणून समथिंग, राईट. एनिथिंग तर होऊ शकत नाही. सो स्मॉल कन्फ्युजन मे बी देअर, राईट. Next, authority and responsibility should be equal, not equal, effective, none. Authority obviously for effective purpose, responsibility काहीतरी काम इफेक्टिव्ह व्हायला पाहिजे त्या पर्पज साठीच आहे. बट हिअर इफ इट इज नॉट इक्वल ते नॉट विल येतात. असं आहे का की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी खूप आहे, अथॉरिटी काहीच नाही, किंवा अथॉरिटी भरपूर आहे, कामं काहीच नाहीत, असं होऊ शकतं का. सो अँड इफ इट इज नॉट इक्वल ते नॉट विल येतात. इफ ऑथॉरिटी बॉस आहे, काय कोण ऐकतच नाहीये, अपोजिट आहे ना थोडंसं. तर इफेक्टिव्ह हे असायलाच हवं. ऑथॉरिटी मीन्स ही शुड बी इफेक्टिव्ह बाय डिफॉल्ट आहे. बट हिअर answer is expected like authority and responsibility should be equal. ते असतं इफेक्टिव्ह वगैरे ते बाय डिफॉल्ट आहे, त्याच्यामध्ये वेगळं पण नाहीये. बट हे इट शुड बी इक्वल. थोडेसे क्वेश्चन असे समटाइम इट मे कन्फ्यूज यू, राईट. बट वी शुड बाय लुकिंग एट द सेंटेन्स वी शुड राइट द अप्रोप्रिएट आन्सर, राइट. सो वन्स अगेन ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड ऑथॉरिटी अँड रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शुड बी इक्वल. दोन्ही इक्वल असेल तर ते काम होणार आहे, नाही तर इफेक्टिव्हनेस कुठून येणार आहे. If both these things are equal, then effectiveness you can understand. If it is not, power is not there and you have responsibility, कोण ऐकेल काम, whether output will be effective, no. So answer is equal. Then next, anybody can answer correctly. Everybody should. विशेष काय क्वेश्चन मध्ये नाहीये. रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इज ऑब्लिगेशन टू कॅरी आउट दी सर्टन टास्क. टॉक टेस्ट वगैरे असे काही थोडेफार सिंपल क्वेश्चन आहे, त्यात लॉजिकच नाहीये, बट वॉज आस्क्ड इन एक्झामिनेशन. येस, नेक्स्ट. डेव्हलपिंग द एम्प्लॉई इन द प्रेझेंट जॉब, व्हॉट इज द मिनिंग ऑफ इट. तुमचं कन्फ्युजन, माझं युनिव्हर्सिटीमध्ये आलेले करेक्ट आन्सर क्यूवरनं मी बोलतोय ना, अँड ऑब्वियसली आय एम ऑल्सो ऍग्रीड विथ दिस आन्सर. तुम्ही एखाद्या क्वेश्चनला वाटलं नाही नाही सर हे बरोबर वाटतंय मला, सो यू कॅन आन्सर इट. ऑनलाईन पीपल कॅन पुट इन चॅट बॉक्स. यू आर ऑल्सो अलाउड टू पार्टिसिपेट. Dash dash is concerned with developing the employee in the present job. इथंच प्रेझेंट जॉब म्हणजे ऑन द जॉब ट्रेनिंग, राईट. सो आन्सर इज ए ऑन द जॉब ट्रेनिंग, म्हणजे कामावरतीच ट्रेनिंग दिलं जॉब चालू असताना. सो इट इज ऑन द जॉब ट्रेनिंग. नेक्स्ट, इन्फ्लुएन्सिंग द एम्प्लॉई आपण लीडिंग मध्ये थोडंसं बघितलं होतं. लीडिंग, राईट. प्लॅनिंग, ऑर्गनायझिंग, कंट्रोलिंग आपण बघितले होते, तर प्रत्येकाचे फंक्शन पाहिले होते. सो इन लीडिंग वी सी लाईक इन्फ्लुएन्सिंग द पीपल. So from first two words also you can understand answer is leading. Then next, number 14. Higher level people where they contribute more. Higher level understand, मालकच समजा कंपनीचा, ओनर ऑफ द ऑर्गनायझेशन, वेर ही स्पेंड मच मोर टाइम. प्लॅनिंग अँड ऑर्गनायझिंग, कंट्रोल. Higher level, I am telling like you are assume like owner of the organization, whether he is there to control the things. He has managers, no, for controlling. He recruited the people for controlling, manager's role. So planning and organizing. Planning means what you want to do, right? And organizing means giving the task. हे मला पाहिजे आणि करून द्या. So higher level people expect that only. So I want this, you have to do this. Organizing मध्ये काम दिलं जातं. Planning मध्ये ते कसं करायचं सांगितलं जातं. So controlling, for controlling day to day activity, managers are there, right? So answer is a planning and organizing. Higher level people only contribute there. 15 number. If you are disagreed with my answers, we can have time for discussion. We'll discuss in detail. So you can say like general knowledge questions also sometime. Industrial management, yes. Dash dash is any paid form of non-personal presentation and promotion of the goods and services or ideas by identified sponsors. Paid form means where you are paying outside. Obviously, here expectation is like promotion also. It's paid activity. Looks all options are same. Non-personal, personal चा अर्थ बघा. पर्सनल चे दोन शब्द आहेत, प्रोनाउन्सिएशन असणार आहे. पर्सनल, पर्सनल. मी प्रोनाउन्सिएशन चुकीचा मुद्दा म्हणून केला डिफरन्शिएट करण्यासाठी. Do you know in organization manpower is also called as personal. Personal spelling you can check. Our personal means वैयक्तिकचं स्पेलिंग बघा आणि या पर्सनलचं स्पेलिंग बघा. एम्प्लॉईला उद्देशून पर्सनल हा शब्द वापरतात. ह्या स्पेलिंगचा चेक करा. PERSONNEL. पर्सनल मीन्स एम्प्लॉईज इन द ऑर्गनायझेशन. नॉन पर्सनल मीन्स ऑर्गनायझेशन पीपल विल नॉट बी देअर and it is a paid activity. In marketing, employees are there. In selling, employees are there. So it is a paid activity, non-personal. आपण बाहेर पैसे देतो, आपले एम्प्लॉई नसतात ऍडव्हर्टाइजिंग मध्ये, जाहिरातीमध्ये आपले लोक नसतात कंपनीचे, राईट. सो आन्सर इज ए ऍडव्हर्टाइजिंग. गॉट द आन्सर? एनी कन्फ्युजन? नेक्स्ट, you people should discuss for this, not personal discussion. You should answer. Which question we were discussing? in which concept product enjoys the supreme importance, means their product is given very high value. खूप चांगलं आहे, खूप चांगलं आहे. So where it is? Sometime I may also confuse. So I have brought some answers written because yes, selling or marketing. सेलिंग मध्ये कसं गाडी घ्यायला आलाय, गेला घेऊन लगेच, माहित होती ही गाडी घ्यायची चांगली. बट सुप्रीम इम्पॉर्टन्स मीन्स वेअर पीपल आर गिविंग द व्हेरी हाय व्हॅल्यू, हु इज डुइंग दॅट और टेलिंग अबाउट द प्रोडक्ट, हे खूप चांगलं आहे, एक्सलंट, आउटस्टँडिंग, हाय फीचर्स, गुड फीचर्स, लेस व्हॅल्यू. युअर गेस? मार्केटिंग. युअर्स? Selling. So do you know difference between selling and marketing? झालं सेलिंग म्हणजे विकलं, मार्केटिंग नंतर सेलिंग असतं. Actually in marketing only, right? In marketing, product is not sold by that particular person. He just telling higher value, हे product खूप चांगलं आहे, it's good, it is having good features. म्हणजे supreme importance म्हणजे त्याला फार किंमत दिली तिथं. So in marketing it is happening. एकदा विकलं की गेलं. So परत म्हणतो का आपण घरी जाऊन विकल्यानंतर product खूप चांगलं आहे. What the answer? So answer is this marketing. Next question. Quick answer for simple question, we should not waste. Pramod. Last. Obviously, so where is the point of thinking, right? Simply like marketing, physical distribution, selling. Marketing manager, the planning, all the activities done by the manager only. Which manager? Marketing manager. Production, plant, general manager, they are not part of it, right? So answer is A. Next. Which one? This one? This one. Okay. 18 number. Do you know HR department? HR. So concerned with recruiting the people, means related to people, obviously employees. So HR people attract the employees for the organization. HR आल्यानंतर तुम्हाला कंपनी बद्दल स्तुती सांगतो. You attend any pre-placement talk. So he talks about his organization, right? So he attract the people. Attract means he tell about आमच्याकडे एवढी salary, we have incentive, we have so and so brand, like that. So attracting, recruiting the people and retaining the people. ते लोक टिकली पण पाहिजे, right? Retaining means they should work continuously for few years there. Means retaining means राहिले पाहिजे. So all the above is the answer. Next. HR policy. Supplier choice is not part of HR, right? Training and education. All of the above, correct. Next, 21. All of the above agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So most of the time all of the above may be wrong, huh? Yes, next. Personal department means personal department, what the idea? Personal department means human resource related department, right? Yes. Yes. Actually, we discussed about the HR. Human resource we discussed. Personal means employee related. The recruitment वगैरे नाही, employeeच्या संबंधी स्टाफचा ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज द रोल ऑफ पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट. एचआरचा तुम्ही रोल रिक्रुटमेंट, त्यांना ट्रेनिंग देणं वगैरे ते एचआरचा आलं. बट पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट डू द टास्क ऑफ स्टाफ ऍडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, कंट्रोलिंग त्या लोकांचं, नाही का? Any confusion? If no, then next question. All of the above? Next. 24. When a particular product is disliked by the majority of part of the market, it is a state of dislike, decline or negative. As per answer key, answer is a negative demand. Actually, people are disliking your product in the market means what? Declining or negative? Actually, by answer key whatever we have, as per it, it's negative demand. Any doubt related to this? Most of the people, actually, in market, people are disliking, means they don't want your product. Disliking म्हणजे काय की नकोच आहे, दुसरा अल्टरनेटिव्ह अवेलेबल आहे. नेग्लेक्टिंग मीन्स तुमचं नकोय म्हणजे काय, यू आर दे आर अबाउट निगेटिव्ह अबाउट युअर प्रोडक्ट. दे डोंट वॉन्ट, दे डोंट लाईक. आवडलं तर घेणार आहेत ना. आवड अँड लाइकिंग अँड डिसलाइकिंग. Any confusion in this? As per the answer key, it's negative demand. Declining is not appropriate word. Means first and last one is no problem, it's wrong 100%. But here you may confuse like negative and declining. Declining म्हणजे काय, रिजेक्ट करून टाकले त्यांनी प्रोडक्ट. रिजेक्ट करणं की हे व्यवस्थित काम करत नाही, रिजेक्ट करा. फंक्शन व्यवस्थित करत नाही, रिजेक्ट करा. Are you agreed or there is still confusion? So try to remember answer negative. This is a negative demand. It is a state of negative demand, means nobody is liking your product, means what? It is a negative demand. Negative demand म्हणजे नकोच कुणाला, डिमांड नाहीये ते. डिमांड जरी शब्द असला तरी ते डिमांड नाहीये, निगेटिव्ह आहे म्हणजे ते नकोय त्यांना. दे आर डिसलाइकिंग इट. What the idea? So answer is a B. Role of the financial management. At least read. Last. Okay, so most of the question were asked in examination or 1 mark only. Every time 1 mark. जोडा लावा वगैरे काय आलं तर 4 मार्कला वगैरे 1 क्वेश्चन असतो. But there also weightage is 1. But in first unit questions will be like that only. These are the frequently asked question in examination. Only one question you confused, otherwise I think you answered correctly. Most of the people were agreed you answered, because those who are listening carefully, because this is a part of discussion, right? This is outcome. You understood the role of manager, what is the production department, what is organizing unit. That's why you could answer it, right? So here also in second unit, if you listen carefully, easily you can answer all the questions. Only confusion is there in two options most of the time, 70, 30 like that. But you have to come with 100, right? And you have to give the correct answer. Confusing part is there, confusing. 50-50 most of the time. Okay. But there is a particular word. That's why answer is that particular. You have to write, right? So we'll move to unit number 2. Before that, is there any doubt in unit number 1? Anything you want to ask related to unit number 1? If no, then we'll discuss unit number 2. And especially this unit is related to manager's function. What manager has to do, like planning is there, organizing, staffing. Ozer the पहिला आपण unit number 1 मध्ये just introduction part. But here actual detailed discussion you can say, like we have to make second number and third unit. So totally related to functions of manager. Means your function आपल्याला इंडस्ट्री मध्ये काय करायचं डिटेल मध्ये डिस्कस करायचं. Should we proceed? So write the unit number 2, planning, organizing. Unit number 2. I hope you have a separate notebook for. I'm going to check maybe in tutorial hours. That time I will sign your notebooks. Unit number 2, planning, organizing and staffing. C2.1 syllabus. C2.1 planning, colon. This will be the main bit of this unit. Meaning, types of plans. Note it first. Meaning, types of plans. Steps in planning. Planning processes, decision making. Organizing, colon, nature and purpose of organizing. Organization structure. Span and levels. Departmentation. Authority delegation. Decentralization. Staffing. Definition. human resource management and selection, so same books you people can refer for unit number 2 also as per the unit number 1, which is available in library. C 2.2 syllabus not written. Textbooks already written in the unit number 1, so same books you can refer. C 2.2 assignment questions. Assignment questions. Every assignment there will be the 6 questions. Every assignment 6 questions will be there. You will get stationery, that time you can write it. Question 1. What are the types of organization structures? What are the types of organization structure? Explain any one. Explain any one with all details. Second question. Differentiate between narrow span and wide span. Third question. So you people can star mark this question for IACs. These questions are there. Selected question means these are the important questions frequently asked in university examination. So for IAC, you can star mark all the questions out of this. Third question. Explain the elements for performance appraisal. Explain the elements. Actually, of so it's not for. Explain the elements of performance appraisal. Explain the elements of performance appraisal. What are the various methods? What are the various methods of training managers? illustrate, illustrate. Still time is there, right? Illustrate authority delegation and decentralization. Illustrate authority delegation and decentralization. Explain the selection process for recruiting trainee engineers in a company. Actually, this question is under the staffing. Staffing directly bit is not there, but in university exam this question was asked. Question's a bit IIS syllabus मध्ये नाहीये, but relevant question they asked. We cannot deny. Asa question का विचारला because staffing is the process where people recruit. And last question, what is planning? Explain the steps in planning. Completed? Writing speed is too less. Okay. So coming back to our discussion related to unit number 2, planning, organizing and staffing. Actually earlier unit was only organizing and staffing. So first unit's planning part bit is they carry forward to unit number 2. So listen carefully. So in unit number 1 also we discussed about the planning concept, right? So what we seen, actually in title of chapter I want to explain again these 3 concepts. Already we discussed in the unit number 1, like what is meaning of planning, what is organizing, what is a staffing. So in short I want to tell you people deciding in advance what to do in the future and how to do it. So in future what you want to do and how you will do it. So that concept we seen like it's planning. So more definitions are also available, like planning involves selecting enterprises objective, departmental goal, program and determining the way of reaching them. म्हणजे काय की in planning we people have to decide goal of organization, what organization want to achieve, right? So some philosopher defined like that only. We seen in unit number 1. Like selecting the enterprises objective also, departmental goals and determining way to reach them. म्हणजे आपले ठरवलेले गोल तिथपर्यंत मी कसं पोहोचणार, how I will reach to my goals. So that process is called as a planning. So various definitions are available, like act or process of making a plan or plans. Planning is the act of making a plan. Action, plan बनवण्याची action म्हणजे planning. But it is a very small definition. A significant meaning we are not getting. Here you are making the plans. And another definition is there, like a method of acting, doing, processing, making, etc. developed in advance. Planning is always in advance. That's why doing the activity, processing it, making it, whatever processes are there, deciding in advance, developing in advance, it is called as a planning, right? If you are not doing the things in advance, then it is not a planning. Otherwise, doing, processing will be the actions, right? In the present tense. Planning is for future. Got the idea? So that we discussed, like planning means doing something in advance and doing it. Plan सुद्धा बनवावा लागतो, means it is activity where you are preparing. So I given the example in the previous unit, like planning. तुम्ही exam मध्ये exam जवळ आली आहे, 5 subject आहे. So what you do? You just plan, like 2 दिवस या subjectला, 2 दिवस त्या subjectला, हा difficult आहे, 3 दिवस यासाठी. So what planning you are doing in advance before the exam is planning. So in the industry also, your party want like 1,000 component. So you have to plan like kiti machine lagti, how many manpower will be required. So doing it in advance. So I need this much. I have to do this, and in which way I will do. So all these activities are coming under the planning. Got the idea? So this is about one part of this. We are discussing about the title of chapter. So one part of this chapter is planning. Organizing meaning we discussed like to assign duties, grouping the task, allocating the authority, right? And doing whatever plan you decided, so whatever specific plan you have. So for that particular plan, doing this activity is called as organizing. In organizing, we people are grouping the task and we are allocating the duties. म्हणजे जे प्लॅन मध्ये केलंय, so for implementation purpose, this organizing is very essential. Got the idea? And staffing name itself is recruiting the people, right people for right job. Got the idea? So this is about the title of chapter, but special bits are there in detail. We are going to discuss one by one. Got the idea? Title of chapter. So already we have background in unit number 1. So within less time you could understood it. So unit 2 deals with planning, organizing, and staffing that we discussed. So in planning, we are going to discuss concepts like how planning should be carried out in industry. Organizing related also we are going to see how duties should be assigned, how authority should be delegated. Delegated means I have authority. Manager सगळी कामं करतो का authority दिली म्हणून? Definitely no. He is delegating authority. Delegating means he is giving to somebody else. You do this task, you do that task, like that. So this is the delegating. So these concepts also we are going to see, and staffing related concepts also we are going to see, like how to select manpower and how to train them. Selection is coming under the staffing activity. So obviously training also, selecting them and training them also coming under the staffing. So this is a basic central idea. We are going to discuss 3 main points in this unit. One is a planning, second one is organizing, third one is a staffing. So this is the central idea of this particular unit. Then why this chapter is important for you people? Because when you become the manager in the industry, grouping the task, assigning the task for the specific goal to achieve whatever plan you have mentioned. If you want to achieve that, so these activities are very important. Doing the planning, organizing the task, and staffing the recruiting the people, training them. So this activity is very essential. And why it is important for you? Because it's engineer's role, right? Because they are the manager basically. So for this purpose, this unit is very important for you. This unit is linked to CO number ME3 to 4.2. And what is that CO? Illustrate the concept of planning and organizing and staffing. What you people will able to do after learning this chapter? You people will be able to illustrate these 3 concepts. What is the meaning of illustration? उदाहरणासहित तुम्हाला सांगता येईल. This is the planning, this is the staffing, this is the organizing. So with example you can elaborate, you can illustrate. So this is the outcome of this particular unit. So let us start our discussion on planning. So recently we discussed the in title of chapter also. So carefully see some of the pointers which are the additional. So beyond previous discussion. So planning is a mental process required foresight and sound judgment. So this point we have not discussed in the previous introduction. So what is required? Planning required foresight and sound judgment. These are the 2 various important factors in planning. So what is the meaning of foresight? Forecasting we seen in the previous lecture. What is the foresight? Foresight म्हणजे दूरदृष्टी. So in Marathi we call it as a दूरदृष्टी. So that person should have vision. You should look ahead what I want to do, right? So this is very essential part. Foresight means, what's the idea? What is the meaning? Like you should have vision ahead. Vision पण म्हणू शकता तुम्ही. But in Marathi दूरदृष्टीला another alternative word if you have, you can correlate. But foresight is also important. And everybody, if have, then everybody can become manager. But everybody is not having foresight. for that particular organization. Some people have and they become manager, right? So another aspect for planning is that sound judgment, because it is a future activity, right? And you are doing now. So whether it is without judgment, sound judgment is very, very essential. Judgment suddha part hai, because it is an imaginary activity. Planning is imaginary. There are practical things you cannot observe. Nothing has happened, but you are doing in advance. What to do? You just plan on paper, obviously. Getting so sound judgment and foresight is essential, and it is a mental process. Means brain related mental process. Manje you don't take in another way. The mental process means most of the time people become mental if they are not able to prepare the proper this planning. But it is a mental process where you have to use your brain, and you people have to use your foresight capacity, and you people have to make the sound judgment, and then only you can make the proper planning. So this is very, very essential aspect. Try to understand in a planning. Then it is a continuous process. Why it is a continuous process? As planning keela, whether it is continued for further many years. No, even in earlier plan also you may have to make the minor changes. It is not like plan is ready and it will be lifelong. It's not like that. In earlier plan, whatever you prepared, there may be the many iterations. You people have to make the correction. Somebody may have given the input, make the correction. So you people have to change your plan. Most of the time we say like B plan should be ready. So like that only. B plan, A plan, B plan, alternative plan. So you should have that also. So that's why it is called as a continuous process. And by considering present and past information, planning should be done. Which experience, which consideration you should have? मागच्या वर्षी काय झालं होतं? Suppose you have order of particular product. What was the experience? It's not like that order is completed, my task is completed, now I need not to do anything. Asa hai ka? So you people have to refer your previous data also, previous years, previous projects data.
Online people can put the attendance in chat box. So it is better. Alternative. B plan. Is it B plan?